What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the mods on the CB300R. Pretty much what I've done to it so far and if those mods are worth it. So today I'm going to start off with the windscreen. So it's not really much of a windscreen, pretty much just a bug screen. So it'll stop the bugs from hitting you up to that point. As for the wind, all it does is force the wind from there up into your helmet. So it's not really the best for a windscreen. So yeah, it doesn't really work as a windscreen. I put it on there just basically to test it out, see how it went. And I'm not really that happy with it. It doesn't even really look that good. It looks much better without it. So yeah, not worth it in my opinion. The only real way it would become a windscreen is if it was much higher, like probably about to there. Then it might work. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty useless. Next we have the Radiator Guard. Another Chinese part that doesn't quite fit right. It's all cable tied on there. Like, it doesn't look terrible, but there's definitely better ones out there. Maybe like R&G have a better one. But yeah, this particular one, I mean, it was cheap, so it could be worth it, but in my opinion, not worth it. So that'll probably come off and be replaced. Same with the windscreen. The next mod I did was the tail tidy, the Oggy Knobs one. Now this thing I'm extremely happy with. It did the job. It looks pretty good and reasonably priced in my opinion. So yeah, I can't really fault that one at all. It was a good purchase. Definitely good quality. So that one gets a thumbs up from me. Other mods I did was bar and mirrors. Yeah, I took the bar and mirrors off because I started riding this every day. They vibrated too much and I couldn't really see anything, so I put the stock mirrors back on. I'm gonna try a different approach with them a bit later on. You'll see what I mean in the future. Obviously, another mod is the quad lock phone mount with the charger on the bottom. So that works extremely well. I've got one on both bikes, but yeah, that works fantastically. Could not be happier with that. So that's a thumbs up. Another one is the gear shift indicator. So the gear shift indicator I was a bit skeptical on because I didn't really think I needed it, which I don't, but I'm actually very pleased with it. It comes in handy more than you'd think. So yeah, I'm glad it's on there. I just wish I had a better mounting spot for it because it just looks a bit dicky, but that's just me being a little bit OCD. But yeah, for the price, not worth it, but if you get a cheaper one, definitely worth it in my opinion. So another thing I did was paint this center strip red. Obviously that's not standard. It looks pretty decent in the camera, but accidentally spilt a bit of fuel on it and it's just eaten through the paint a little bit. So that could have been done better. Like, it still looks okay. It sort of matches the bike quite well, but I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different with this as well. Once again, you'll see that later on. For the video's sake, it was worth me doing this, but yeah, I'm not really happy with it. Also, I'm gonna mention the tail bag just because tail bags are extremely handy. Yeah, I don't really like the look of it being on there, but you know, to be honest, function over form, hands down worth having a tail bag. So yeah, if you've been looking at getting a tail bag, definitely get one. They come in handy, especially when you're doing wet weather riding like I've been doing a lot of. I'll go to work pretty early in the morning when it's, you know, less than 10 degrees. And then by the time I leave work, it's over 20 degrees. So obviously I'm wearing my thermal gear and everything like that in the morning. And then I can just take out the thermal gear, chuck it in the tail bag on the way home, and I'm good to go. So it's very, very handy. All right, so I think the last thing I did was the Speedo Healer. Well, the Speedo Healer was pretty much the first thing I did. I did that before I had a YouTube channel, so I didn't actually do the install video and post it up. And the reason why I haven't redone it to show you guys how to do it is because it actually is pretty hard to do and I don't really want to pull it all apart again. It's a pretty big process, so that's why I haven't made a video on it. That's it there. Now that Speedo Healer has been extremely helpful. So my Speedo is calibrated perfectly, so no matter what speed I'm doing, my Speedo shows the correct speed. So that's just incredibly handy. Also makes it so my odometer isn't out. Before I put that in, the Speedo was reading 107 kilometers an hour at 100 kilometers an hour. So it was 7 kilometers out. And when you're 7 kilometers out at 100, your odometer is going to be out a fair whack too. So for resale purposes, it's definitely worth having so your odometer isn't showing too high. Not to mention, I've also been able to help out some of my mates in seeing how far their bikes are out. One of my mates on a GSXR 1000, he was riding beside me. We were doing 100 kilometers an hour and his speedo showed 106, I think it was. So he now knows that his speedo's out. So that's definitely been one of the best things I've gotten, and it was quite cheap. I think it was $140, something like that. It's pretty cheap. After the pain of actually installing it, it's an incredible piece of kit to have. I think that's all of the mods I've done to it so far. So just to recap, Speedo Healer, worth it, get one, you won't regret it. Tail tidy, 100% worth it. Gets rid of that bulky thing that sticks out like this far, just ridiculous. Mirrors, if you do it properly and have a good set, they're probably worth it. I will be putting new bar end mirrors on it at some point, but just not right now. The windscreen, not worth it in my opinion. Like, some people might like the look of it. It gives it like a little bit more of a adventure bike feel. I mean, I could definitely do some more things to it to make it look like an adventure bike, but it's coming up into summer. So this thing is going to be going into its summer configuration in the next couple of months. So stay tuned for that because it's going to look pretty good. The Radiator Guard, if you get a good one, it'll probably be worth it, just not that one. Another thing I actually did before I had the YouTube channel as well was this exhaust wrap. Now, I'm not 100% sold on it. Like it's actually lost its color. It was black and now it's gone all white, and I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. Some people like the look of it, some people don't. I'm not 100% sure on it yet, so we'll see what happens when I do that, or when I figure that out. Oh yeah, honorable mention to this one. If you've never seen this before, what I did was I painted the back of my number plate in black. It was just silver and it didn't look good when you were looking at the bike from the front. You could see this massive silver thing, so I painted the back of it black. I think that looks fantastic. I've actually done it on the Triumph as well. I'm not sure what the back and number plates look like from all over the world, so all I know is here in Victoria, they're silver, and it's just basically raw aluminum. They don't look fantastic, so I painted it. I'll probably get some black number plates at some point as well, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe some personalized ones. Actually, there you go. Let me know in the comments if I should get personalized plates for my bikes, and give me some ideas of what you think the personalized plates should be. Now remember, I can only have 5 letters or numbers. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think I should do. So for personalized plates, remember I have a Honda CB300R and a Triumph Street Triple. So let me know of any ideas you have for personalized plates for both bikes. I'd love to hear them. I've come up with a couple of ideas, but I'm not really sold on them. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Also, if you can think of a way to make my channel name abbreviated into a 5-letter number plate, that'd be great too. Anyway, so that was just a quick video of mods and what I think of them now that I've had them on there for a couple of months. Yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think of all the mods I've done, and if you think they're worth it or if you think they're not worth it. Obviously, I'm going to be putting this into its summer configuration soon, so there's going to be things taken off, things put on, and a little surprise I want to not go into, but I think it'll be nice. I think you guys will like it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.